the silence of faith. Act I, dawn's doubt. The seminary stood solemn against the winter dawn, its silhouette an imposing monolith against the pale gold sky. The frost-kissed fields and snow-draped branches seemed to whisper ancient tales, promising peace yet stirring unease in young Thomas's heart. Seated at his desk, surrounded by volumes whose musty scent filled the air, Thomas grappled with icy tendrils of doubt, entwining his once fervent faith. Initially, Thomas's heart had been ablaze with hope and purpose, rekindled by his calling. But as he delved into sacred texts for solace, his belief slipped away like sand through fingers. The once clear voice of faith now echoed hollowly, leaving emptiness in his soul. Desperate, he made his way to the chapel, each echoing footstep a haunting reminder of his struggle. Under the chapel's flickering lamp, Thomas knelt. Lord of my heart, he prayed, his voice a fragile tremor in the stillness. I feel lost, doubt and confusion surround me. I cannot see your face or hear your voice. Help me believe beyond what I feel. His words hung in the air, waiting for a divine response. The old priest's silence. Later, Thomas sat across from Father Francis, a priest whose long silences carried more wisdom than words. The old man's eyes, deep and kind, were a testament to a life spent with God's presence. His lined face told of years of prayer and reflection. As Thomas poured out his troubled heart, Father Francis listened, offering a presence that soothed Thomas's spirit. After Thomas's words ran dry, Father Francis spoke gently. Have you listened? He asked, his gaze steady. Thomas nodded hesitantly, unsure of the clarity he sought. Prayer of listening. Night descended softly, the rain tapping against the windows like gentle fingers, drawn by an unspoken need. Thomas returned to the chapel, caught in a web of newfound understanding. The chapel's lamp embraced him in its glow. Remembering Father Francis's words, he prayed again. Vulnerable and open, Holy One, he murmured, both a plea and proclamation. Teach me to listen, not just to speak. Let your will, not mine, guide my heart. He released his doubts, feeling them lifted on unseen wings. In the profound quiet, he sensed a gentle call to trust, to act from faith. It was as if the silence itself spoke, enveloping him in peace, breathing deeply. He felt God's breath whispering life into his spirit, leading him to tranquility. The action of faith. The next morning, Thomas awoke with renewed courage. The dawn mirrored the light in his heart, an illumination from trust in the unseen. Approaching his studies with refreshed spirit, he was no longer burdened by understanding, but buoyed by faith. His prayers became active shepherd of my soul, guide me through doubts and fears. Grant me the strength to trust in your unseen ways, to listen with an open heart for your gentle voice. Let my life be a reflection of your boundless grace.
pre-dawn quiet, when the town still slumbered beneath a veil of mist. A humble bakery nestled between silent streets began its day. The cool air whispered through the alleyways, carrying a hint of flower dust under the flickering street lamps' glow, as if the very night exhaled in contentment. Inside, Maria, an immigrant whose roots clung to distant soils, prepared her workspace with a ritualistic reverence, a silent liturgy of dough and yeast, alone but not lonely, accompanied by the soft hum of the refrigerator and the rhythmic ticking of the clock. Maria kneaded dough with hands that seemed to dance with grace, each twist and turn an unspoken prayer. Lord of mercy, she murmured, her words rising like incense to heaven, an offering at God's altar. This morning, however, a heavy unease settled over her heart like a storm cloud gathering in the distance. A new bakery had opened across the street, its modern facade a stark contrast to a quaint shop. Ivan, the owner, had swiftly drawn away her loyal customers, and Maria felt the weight of dwindling sales press against her chest. Pausing with flour-dusted hands, she gazed out the window, where the sky began to flush with the first hues of dawn. Holy One, give me strength, she prayed, her voice barely a whisper, trembling like a leaf in a breeze. Help me walk by faith in that hushed plea. She released her anxieties into the hands of the shepherd of her soul, trusting he would guide her through the shadowed valley. As the dawn's first light spilled over the horizon, a golden hue filled the bakery, casting warm, gentle shadows that danced across the walls, promising new beginnings. Maria's heart felt lighter, lifted by unseen loving hands. She remembered that her faith, like the bread she lovingly crafted, required time to rise, to develop its full strength and flavor, nurtured by patience and grace. Outside, the city began to stir, the sounds of morning harmonizing with her rhythmic work. Her hands molded dough into loaves that were silent vows of resilience and hope. As she placed them in the oven, she embraced the new day with renewed optimism. A tug at her soul turned her thoughts toward Ivan. She recalled his often burdened look and felt a surge of compassion. Holy One, teach me compassion, she prayed, her heart opening in a way it hadn't before, bridging the divide that earlier competition had dug between them. A warmth filled her, as if God himself whispered forgiveness into her heart, planting seeds of peace and understanding. As the day wore on and the bakery buzzed with light, Maria felt a divine urge, a push from the spirit, urging her to extend kindness beyond her own walls. With a basket of freshly baked bread, crust still crackling from the oven's gentle kiss, she stepped into the bright morning. Each step across the street was a testament to her prayed for faith, a pilgrimage of humility and love. She found Ivan at his display, arranging pastries with the precision of an artist. The lines of the morning sun draped over him, mingling their shadows, as if heaven's light wished to join their hands. I brought you some bread, Maria said softly, her heart pounding with a mix of courage and vulnerability. Ivan glanced up, surprise flitting across his face before his features softened into a wary smile. He hesitated, then accepted the basket, genuine gratitude softening the lines of stress on his brow. In that simple shared gesture, Maria felt a weight lift from her spirit, replaced by an overwhelming peace, like sunlight breaking through the storm-heavy clouds. They both sensed God's guidance, His gentle hand stitching them together like a lighthouse for ships once lost in the fog. In the days that followed, a subtle transformation began, spreading like ripples across a still pond. Word of Maria's generous spirit and unexpected kindness spread through the community like wildfire, drawing new customers eager not just for her bread, but for the story of grace kneaded into every loaf. Her bakery flourished, not through the cutthroat competition of commerce, but through their with soft hands. Act I the morning watch, the stars linger as I open the bakery door, feeling early twilight's weight. Winter's chill nips at my cheeks, seeping through my coat. The sacred scent of yeast and flour fills the air, like incense flower does settle softly, a balm against the cold. I place my bags on the old kneading table, its worn surface a testament to generations of hands that have worked here. I pause, listening to the profound silence, a stillness that speaks of potential. Bowing my head, I pray, Lord of mercy, guide my hands today as I prepare bread to nourish and heal. May every loaf carry your grace and love. This prayer is a familiar bond, binding me to my purpose. As dawn spills golden light, a shadow crosses the doorway. Amir, my neighbor and competitor, his bakery mirrors our ambitions and dreams. Our past interactions have been polite but distant, each guarding our recipes like treasures. Today Amir's face is weary, eyes tired, revealing fatigue. Hello Amir, I greet, brushing flour from my hands. His presence puzzles me, disrupting my morning routine. He hesitates, watching the loaves rising in the oven. Their golden surface is a testament to patience. The oven's broke, he says, voice taut with strain and humility. We have orders, families who rely on this. His words are
a silent plea, echoing our shared burdens in this community. A part of me recalls competition tightening its grip on my heart, but a deeper voice prompts me, a gentle echo of unity and shared endeavor. My heart thuds as I turn back to the table. Join me, I offer, extending a hand of tentative hope across the chasm of rivalry. Amir joins me, our hands moving in rhythmic tandem, shaping dough as if we've practiced for years. The scent of fresh bread fills the bakery, warm as a summer embrace. It's a wordless dialogue speaking to the soul. A camaraderie forms, a subtle tethering through shared labor. Suspicion thaws, giving way to new beginnings. United in purpose, our silence is punctuated by the oven's soft hiss and our rhythmic task. Praying silently, I ask, Lord, soften my heart as I need, just as you soften the winters of the soul. Let me see my neighbor not as a rival, but a fellow pilgrim. Each prayer is a gift, a petition for grace and understanding that transcends competition. Turning point with the last batch cooling, a mere soft voice breaks the warm silence. Thank you, he whispers, gratitude shining in his now unburdened eyes. His thanks mirror my relief in the surprise of friendship where opposition once was. In the quiet aftermath, I recognize this as a turning point, a release and renewal. I step back, feeling the day's weight lift, replaced by a lighter yoke. Light fills the bakery, literal and metaphorical, illuminating our reconciled steps. Here is the essence of beginning again, not alone but together. Our hands softened, our spirits bent toward a grace that unites beyond competition. This new understanding transcends words, a shared breath, a bond born from kindness. Holy One, Creator of beginnings, bless these hands with your peace. Guide our hearts to forgiveness. Teach us to share your bread of life, uniting us in your love. Amen. Shadows and memories. The attic creaked under Margaret's footsteps, a hushed symphony in the stillness of her secluded world. Dust danced in the streams of winter light that filtered through the grimy window, casting long shadows over the boxes she had neglected for years. Each box was a weathered monument to her late husband's life, a silent testament to the passage of time and unspoken grief. She traced a finger over the worn edges, feeling the texture of memories beneath her skin. Like echoes from a long-forgotten melody, the cluttered chaos mirrored the unrest in her heart, a weight that kept her chained to solitude, binding her spirit with invisible threads. As Margaret opened the first box, a familiar scent, a blend of cedar forgotten hymn book lay on top. Its leather cover was smooth under her fingertips, worn by the touch of hands that had cherished its contents. She paused, yearning for comfort, her heart swelling with the resonance of songs once sung in harmony with a voice she dearly missed. This small relic of the past inspired in her a distant hope, a flicker of light peeking through the cracks of her solitude. To a sound of a neighbor's bell, a sudden chime echoed from below, slicing through the silence like a bell awakening an old cathedral. For a moment Margaret hesitated, her hand lingering on the hymn book as if reluctant to leave its presence. Closed it softly, cradling it momentarily before setting it aside to descend the stairs. The cold air of the foyer bit at her cheeks, a crisp reminder of the world outside. As she reached the door, outside stood Grace, her neighbor, bundled against the winter chill. Her presence was a stark contrast to the warmth Margaret found in her memories, yet it carried a palpable energy, vibrant and alive. I was just checking in, Grace began with a smile, her eyes crinkling with warmth that seemed to melt the frost between them. Margaret offered a tentative nod, her expression softening as the conversation turned to the neighborhood's holiday events. Echoes of life continuing to unfold around her, yet Margaret's mind wandered back to the attic, the hymn book's comfort pulling at her like a gentle tether to the past. Grace's voice faded into the background until Margaret softly interrupted, her heart gently compelled. I need to pray. Back in her small sitting room, which caught the dimming afternoon light, Margaret knelt, the winter light now subdued, casting a soft glow that kissed the walls with a sense of the divine. Lord of mercy, she began, her voice a fragile thread weaving through the stillness. I'm lost in the shadow of my worries, help me find my path, God. Her heart ached with the weight of her words, each syllable a personal plea, trusting each as she offered them upwards with quiet desperation. In the silence that followed, a subtle sense of peace nudged her spirit, like a gentle hand resting on her shoulder, comforting and unwavering. Stepped into the world she felt whispered upon her heart, an invitation that resonated deeply, hard to ignore. The words felt like a map unfolding, revealing a path she had long forgotten. Margaret lingered in this moment of intimacy with her Creator, allowing the warmth of divine presence to thaw the frozen corners of her heart, slowly transforming her fears into faith. With newfound chest. Its familiar weight, a reminder of faith and continuity, and headed for the door. The crisp bite of winter greeted her as she stepped onto the porch, a breath of fresh air filling her lungs. Grace still lingered, her expression transforming from surprise to one of understanding and joy. Margaret smiled, a quiet courage infusing her voice, a tremor of excitement she hadn't anticipated. "I'd like to join you at the next neighborhood gathering," she said, sincerity warming her words, wrapping each note with a soft promise of presence and fellowship. Grace beamed, her own joy a reflection of the neighbors' collective spirit, resonating as a collective breath of spring in the midst of winter. Grace on the mountain road, red-eyed, the unsent letter. Dawn gently lit the winding mountain road, its golden glow sketching secrets held like an unsent letter. These secrets, like words meant for my father, tugged at my heart, a reconciliation never realized. The wind played through crimson leaves, murmuring unspoken words that pressed on my soul, stirring a longing too strong to ignore. Each step echoed missed conversations, while the air, pine-scented and earthy, whispered of nature, shared mourning for words unsaid. Kneeling on the rough stone, its coldness pricking my knees, I exhaled into the autumn mist. Lord of mercy, I whispered, hoping the rustling trees heard my fragile voice. My heart is troubled, show me how to reach in, to let go of pride and fear. It was the beginning of healing, the first fragile step. Silence wrapped around me, except for nature's whispers. In that stillness I sensed a sacred pause, an invitation to listen. Peace cradled my heart, reminding me that grace starts slow where surrender begins. The mountains seemed to bow with me in solidarity, each rock witness to my transformation. The cold stone, the ancient chapel perched on the valley's edge, with its door ajar, called out to weary travelers inside. Cool air mingled with the scent of aged stone, creating a sanctuary echoing centuries of whispered prayers. But beneath it, my heart clattered with unresolved emotions. Past arguments with my father were stones in my chest. I moved forward the narrow aisle, funneling my doubts toward the altar. The floorboards creaked in empathy with my burdened soul. I knelt, breathed out a wavering sigh, and clasped clasped my hands, shepherd of my soul, I prayed, my voice trembling with flickering candlelight. Lost in my own wilderness, help me lay down my pride. Show me the way to Him. Silence followed, bringing calm like a promise on the breeze. The chapel seemed to breathe with me, drawing me closer to the divine whisper of change inside. A nudge urged actionable grace like sunlight breaking through doubt. The turning call, exiting the chapel, the road seemed new as prayer cleared the air, the sky, a tapestry of colors with the sun radiantly lighting the path. Scattered light across leaves, a promise kept with each step. Thoughts turned toward action, resolve building within. Fear no longer halted, grace's flow. My fingers grip my phone, now a lifeline of reconciliation to bridge the silence's chasm. Each step felt guided, urging a call, a pilgrimage toward redemption. Each footfall beat hope into my heart's rhythm. At the mountain's edge, the landscape mirrored my heart's vast expanse, absorbing my journey's story. The earth beneath hummed with intonation. With trembling fingers I dialed His number, each ring ticked toward a new beginning. Dad, I began, my voice steady yet vulnerable, strength and fragility entwined. I'm sorry, can we begin anew? The pause felt eternal, but I sensed the holy presence enfolding us. Grace smooth regret's edges, healing threads stretched across our distance. His quiet response bridged the expanse, reconciliation beginning under the mountain's ancient embrace. Lord of mercy, humility and peace. Help me walk softly in your grace, releasing fear to embrace love. Let your light shine through my actions. Amen.
They returned to still waters. They tied the gathering storm, a silvery tapestry of her clean shrieking gauge, the distant hum of traffic, and Legolas blurring 80s crick, serenade tasting, juicing in at heart take me, then releases a long forgetting the uncertainty of the distant hum of maze of crickets, unreneged, soothing, haunting. Jake inhales deeply, then releases a long sigh as if shedding unseen burdens. A history of regrets and directionless roads. He collapses onto a weathered picnic bench, his eyes seeking solace lift to the heavens. Lord of mercy, what am I doing out here? He whispers, his voice quivering, his words fragile. Bowing his head, he cradles it in his hands, fingers intertwining like ancient roots grappling for sustenance. He prays, words fragmented, tracing a rosary, each bead a touchstone of hope. Holy One, my heart is weary, she prayed aloud. Bring him back to us, bring him back to you. Her words floated upward, mingling with the whispers of saints. A profound stillness descended upon the chapel. It felt as if the air paused to listen, the world outside muted in that quiet pause. Mary sensed a distant promise, a gentle nudge of divine assurance that wrapped around her like a comforting embrace. The storm peaked as night enfolded the village streets, slick with rain, mirrored the tumultuous sky. The chapel's doors groaned open, admitting a figure, damp and weary from a long journey, yet unmistakably him. Kyle, the prodigal son, stood still, remorse etched in his eyes. The weight of years hung heavily between them, yet a flicker of the boy she remembered, a spark of hope, was still alive. Without words, Mary approached him, her arms encircled him, offering warmth and reconciliation. Together they knelt beside the altar. Kyle's voice broke the silence, a whisper drenched in regret. Shepherd of my soul, forgive me. Been lost for so long. In prayer, the storm inside Kyle quieted. He felt his burdens lift. The promise of new beginnings took root within him, nurtured by grace. With the storm abated, the village exhaled relief. The rain fell softly. In the glow of their kitchen, Mary laid out bread and salt, a humble feast of welcome. They bowed their heads, hands joined in gratitude. Lord of life, thank you for guiding Kyle back to still waters. Mary prayed, her voice steady. Together they broke bread, savoring reconciliation. Laughter returned, warming the air like dawn pushing against night. Closing prayer. Holy One, you are the calm in our storms, the beacon in our night. Guide our hearts to rest in you, teach us to trust your voice. Amen. Seeking contentment in the night,
bus hummed through the desert, lights barely slicing through the soft rain. Each droplet a jewel against darkness. I sat alone, watching water rivulets draw patterns on the window, mirroring my tangled thoughts. My spirit was heavy, burdened by countless unfulfilled dreams. Within the bus, a mix of old upholstery and earthy rain filled the air. A simple oil lamp swayed gently, its warm glow casting a soft light on scattered passengers. A man ahead cradled a thermos, its spiced tea scent weaving through the air. Sensing my gaze, he turned, meeting my eyes with warmth that pierced through my fog, offering a cup. His gesture was sincere and inviting. The tea's warmth melted the chill in my bones. He leaned closer, eyes full of knowing kindness. Contentment is a rare treasure, he murmured, his voice soothing the raw edges of my heart. I nodded to myself, the weight of discontent pressing heavily. My life felt like a tapestry of unfulfilled dreams, each thread pulling at my heart. The bus jolted and my heart leaped, drumming loudly in my chest. Rain intensified, drumming windows like a persistent reminder of inner turmoil. I closed my eyes, seeking refuge in the heart's silence, hoping for solace amidst the storm. Lord of mercy, I whispered, I'm lost, far from where I thought I'd be. My dreams crumble before my eyes. I pray for guidance and peace in my restless heart. Breathing deeply, quietude wrapped around me. In that instant, a gentle nudge, like a soft whisper came, let my contentment fill you. Stranger's gift, the stranger shifted closer, offering me a weathered book from his backpack, its leather covers softened by years inside. A verse was underlined, for I have learned in whatever state I am to be content. The word shimmered, illuminating my heart with profound truth. Struck by clarity, warmth spread through my chest. Connection I had not known in years. The stranger bowed his head and I followed, surrendering to the moment. The prayer was simple yet profound, a humble plea for strength to embrace the present. Shepherd of my soul, grant us courage to find contentment and trust in your grace. He prayed, his voice soothing over the bus's hum. His faith was a beacon, lighting the path through my shadows. Confession and courage, buoyed by prayer, unexpected courage rose within. Turning to the stranger, I confessed I chased dreams, neglecting blessings I have. I seek what's next, never living the present. He nodded, understanding, his eyes kind and forgiving, as if he'd witnessed many such struggles. Acknowledging is the first step, let his contentment be enough. The journey continued in the farter's silence. The bus is rocking a cradle to newfound resolutions. Rain softened to a melodic patter as we reached our destination. My heart lighter than when the journey began. Holy One, grant us the wisdom to find contentment in our present moments. Let us embrace the blessings before us and trust in your divine plan. Guide us as we learn to rest in your sufficiency. Amen. Ember shadows, dusk cast long shadows, painting orange and crimson hues across the city. The air was thick with smoke's acrid scent, clinging like an unwelcome memory. Ash floated down like blackened snow, whispering silent eulogies for all that was lost. Jake stood before the charred ruins of the house, his jacket heavy with loss, his skeletal remains of what had once been a home stood stark against the fiery sky, each beam a testament to resilience and ruin. In his pocket he held a child's drawing, its vibrant colors a fragile symbol of hope amidst the destruction. Kneeling on the ashen ground, Jake felt guilt and helplessness, each heartbeat questioning why he survived when others hadn't. The charred earth scorched beneath his knees, a tactile reminder of the inferno's wrath. Clutching the drawing to his chest, he whispered with a voice broken yet hopeful, Lord of mercy, why was I spared? I did all I could, yet it feels like it's never enough. A tear traced his soot-smeared face, mingling with dirt and grief to blend sacred with broken. The evening breeze, gentle as a friend's touch, seemed to remind him of grace amidst his doubts, a soft caress that whispered of divine presence. Days passed like chapters. Jake was reluctant to read each new dawn, a reminder of the night that had scorched their world. Though the fires were out, an inner conflagration lingered within him, smoldering with unresolved sorrow and questions. Rachel, his wife, watched him with loving patience, her presence a comforting balm. Her fingers traced a brass lamp, its steady glow a testament to endurance amidst their shadows. For Jake, its light was a beacon amidst his internal tempest, a silent companion in the midnight hours when sleep eluded him. One evening, as dusk deepened and shadows gathered, Jake stood at the window, lost in thoughts. The skyline, once vibrant with life, was now ghostly and still, an echo of what used to be. He felt restless, seeking solace in a world turned upside down. The child's drawing on the wall stood out, a splash of color in his grayscale mind, a reminder of innocence and dreams. Shepherd of my soul, Jake prayed, the lamp casting gentle patterns that danced across the walls like whispers of peace. Guide me through this darkness, help me release this burden. His words were a surrender, a release of his heart's tight grip as he laid down his anxieties at the feet of the one who holds all answers. In the ensuing silence, God's presence comforted him, a divine whisper tenderly assuring, you are chosen to carry the light through darkness. His spirit calmed, the storm within him subsiding to a peaceful hush. Courage in you with clarity from prayer, Jake sought out families affected by the fire. He knocked on doors, each step humbling and empowering, with the act of reaching out as healing as it was daunting. Listening to their stories and sharing grief became a shared mosaic of resilience, each piece a testament to the human spirit. Through their stories he found his heart mending, as if divine threads sewed his spirit together, repairing the unseen tears. During that healing week, Jake sat with the young girl, the artist of the drawing. Her dreams of becoming a painter sparkled in her eyes, undimmed by the smoke. Her joy, a burst of light that pierced his darkness. In her innocence, Jake saw God's enduring promise, a reflection of hope and creation that soothed his weary soul. You're like a hero, she declared playfully, her words a crown on his weary head, an acolyte he felt he did not deserve. Jake smiled gently, softening the worry lines etched into his face. No, he said, I'm just a man who prays. His response was simple, a testament to the power of faith and humility. Twilight's blessing under the amber dust was skirting up. Act I. The desert bus. The bus rumbled through the desert, its tires kicking up a cloud of dust that shimmered in the pale light of dawn. Sarah sat quietly by the window, her forehead resting against the cool glass as the vast, barren expanse unfurled before her eyes. Each bump and jolt of the journey seemed to dislodge anxiety she fought to suppress. A heavy, unspoken burden pressed on her chest, mirroring the boundless horizon outside. She sighed and adjusted her scarf, seeking warmth against the desert's morning chill. Across the aisle, an elderly woman carefully opened a well-loved Bible. Her fingers danced across the pages with familiarity and tenderness, as though reacquainting with an old, cherished friend. The sight stirred a longing within Sarah, a deep yearning for connection and peace. Lord of mercy, she whispered, a tentative attempt at prayer. Her heart felt as parched as the desert landscape, craving the solace that only releasing her burdens could bring. Though her mind searched for the comforting words of Psalm 23, a psalm her grandmother often recited in troubled times, the reassuring verses remained elusive. As the sun climbed higher, it gilded the sands with a warm golden hue. The bus hesitated to a stop at a solitary outpost, and weary passengers stretched their cramped limbs. Nearby, a cluster of desert shrubs danced lazily in the gentle breeze. Sarah found a seat on a worn wooden bench, pouring tea from a shared thermos into a small, dented cup. A stranger appeared, moving with an ease that seemed to defy the harsh surroundings. His face was calm, and his eyes were warm, drawing Sarah's attention. "Do you read the scriptures?" he asked, his voice a gentle melody amid the desert silence. "Sometimes," Sarah admitted, her voice barely above a whisper. She averted her eyes, afraid that revealing too much would give voice to her hidden fears. "Let me share a verse," he offered, handing her a small card. She read the message written there: "The humble shall be lifted." Lingering in the desert's tranquil silence after he returned to the bus, the card's words reverberated through Sarah's mind, awakening an unexplored truth within her. Retreating to a quiet corner, she allowed her heart's crisis to pour forth like the tears she had long withheld. "Dear shepherd of my soul," she prayed earnestly, "I am lost and burdened. Guide me to the truth I fear. Help me find the courage to let go." Midnight Confession. By nightfall, a gentle rain began to patter against the bus windows. Their rhythm a soothing lullaby, Sarah watched the droplets race each other down the glass, discovering an unexpected peace in their improvised dance. As the bus rolled onwards into the night, she became aware of an undeniable presence, a divine hand resting upon her shoulder, whispering assurances in the scent of rain. "Fear not," a voice seemed to breathe, mingling with the sound of the raindrops. Steeling herself with a deep breath, Sarah turned to the elderly woman who had shared the verse earlier. "I need to confess something," she said, her voice woven with vulnerability. The woman listened with an expression of compassionate understanding. Her silence provided a sanctuary in which Sarah could unburden herself freely. Each word spoken felt like a stone lifted from her heart, her spirit soaring with every confession. In revealing her struggles, Sarah discovered that humility was the strength she had unknowingly longed for, a strength that empowered her rather than diminished her. The lifted journey. As the bus continued its journey through the desert, Sarah felt a newfound lightness, her burdens now mere shadows swept away by grace. The once barren landscape seemed to awaken, vibrant and alive, mirroring the transformation occurring within her heart. A new dawn broke, painting the sky with hues of promise and hope, casting a warm glow upon her face. In that still, sacred moment, Sarah offered up a prayer of gratitude and resolve. Holy One, thank you for hearing me, for lifting me as I humbled myself. May I walk in your light, carried by your strength. Gracious Lord, in your presence I find solace and peace. Grant me the courage to walk humbly, to listen to your guiding voice, and to trust in your unwavering love, always. Amen. The light and the echoes. Cacti, the solitude of the night. The cathedral lay shrouded in the night's embrace, its ancient stone walls whispering secrets of ages past Thomas. The night shift janitor moved through the vast nave with a quiet familiarity, his presence a soft cadence against the profound stillness. The distant glow of street lamps outside cast long shadows that danced with his every step, muted yet alive, as if sharing in his silent vigil. The echo of mop water sloshed softly, a rhythmic companion in the vast silence, punctuating the deep quietude with a soothing regularity. Darkness clung to the high arches as if the shadows themselves were sentinels keeping watch, guardians of the sacred mysteries within. Thomas's hands worked methodically, yet his heart felt heavy, burdened by an unspoken yearning. He paused by the altar, the cool marble surface grounding him, its solidness a balm to his restless spirit. It was here, under the watchful eyes of ancient stone saints, that he often paused for a moment of prayer, seeking solace in their silent company. Tonight, his heart cried out with a deeper longing to belong, to find purpose beyond the mundane swirls of mop and water, to feel a touch of the divine in his everyday toil. Lord of mercy, he whispered, voice barely rising above a breath, a plea carried on the wings of hope. I feel like a shadow in this world. If you see me, hear me, show me I am not lost. Silence answered him, stretching to the far reaches of the cathedral, wrapping him tighter in its enigmatic embrace. Yet, as he resumed his task, a flicker, a small, almost imperceptible light appeared at the altar's edge. It was the janitor's small lamp, reflecting multiple colors amidst the darkness, like a beacon of unseen possibilities, whispering promises of light, even in the deepest night. The whisper of the organ morning was but a hint on the horizon when the old cathedral organ rumbled to life. Thomas, weary yet alert, paused to listen, drawn by the siren call of the music. The notes began hesitantly, as if testing their own strength, then swelled in confidence, filling the space with melodies that spoke of hope and ancient promises, each note a prayer unfurling in the vastness. He closed his eyes, letting the music wash over him. Memories drifted back his grandmother's hands, worn and gentle, clasped in prayer, the scent of incense heavy in the air, and her voice assured and reverent, in constant communion with the divine. Her faith, steadfast like the stars, had been a guiding light in his youth, a beacon now rekindled by the organ's haunting serenade. Inspired, Thomas knelt, the cold stone a familiar anchor. Shepherd of my soul, he began, voice strong despite the pinch of doubt. If I am to find my place, let it be under your guidance. Teach me to see with wonder the small things I overlook. In that moment, the notes from the organ seemed to wrap around his prayer, carrying it toward the heavens. He felt a warmth, gentle as a sunrise, spread through his chest, a small, quiet assurance that his words were not lost in the void, but cherished, each syllable a tendril of hope reaching out. Embracing the light, the day's light seeped into the cathedral, painting the walls in hues of gold and crimson. As if the very stones rejoiced in the unfolding day, Thomas rose from his prayer, a newfound resolve settling in his bones, a quiet determination that whispered of purpose. There was work to do, not just with mops and buckets, but within himself, a journey of the heart and spirit. He walked the aisles, eyes opened anew to the small miracles around him, the intricate carvings of saints, the way light caught the edges of stained glass, the faint echo of whispered prayers caught and held in stone, each a testament to the silent faith of countless souls. His hands, calloused and capable, paused over the lamp that had so intrigued him. It was small, yet its light had cut through the deepest shadow, a metaphor of grace, he realized then. Small things held wonder. It was not in the grandiosity of acts, but in their quiet faithfulness that one found meaning. Each task a thread in the tapestry of divine love. An impulse, gentle yet insistent, led him to light votives along the aisles. Each act, a small flame, sent a prayer heavenward, a gesture of hope and belonging, a flicker of light in the vastness. With each flicker, he felt his prayers taking form, felt God's presence whispering with each gentle sigh of the breeze, a divine echo guiding him. Holy One, you who light the dark past, teach me to see your wonder in small graces. Guide my hands, my heart, to hold your light. Let me find my The echo of belonging. Acti, the stillness of night. In the vast cathedral, Martin's mop swept over the marble floor, a soft whisper resonating through the sanctity. Each stroke seemed to cleanse more than dust. It soothed the turbulent thoughts in his heart. Night enfolded him, stars twinkling through stained glass, casting pale gold on the altar. The intricate carvings on pews bore witness to generations of prayers. Cool air touched his skin, a comforting embrace and a reminder of solitude. Martin paused, eyes on the crucifix, a silent sentinel of faith amidst turmoil. Alone in sacred stillness, doubt gnawed at him. Did he belong here? Lord of mercy, he whispered, a fragile thread to heaven. Why do I feel so lost? Help me find my place in your plan. The question lingered, as if absorbed by the walls. The echo of desperation. Hours passed, night giving way to dawn. The cathedral filled with golden warmth. As light seeped through windows, Martin's steps echoed softly. The organist arrived, filling the space with a resonating hum, wrapping around Martin's heart like a tender embrace. Yet the ache of isolation persisted. He paused beneath the window of the Good Shepherd, its light casting vibrant colors upon his face, a tapestry of ruby, amethyst, and sapphire. The image whispered promises of a love beyond understanding. He sat on a pew, breath catching in a plea. Shepherd of my soul, guide me, I feel invisible. Show me your presence, teach me to belong. As he prayed, assurance wove through his thoughts like a soothing breeze. You are known. It seemed to say he savored the thought, a balm on a parched tongue momentarily quenched of dryness. A light in the shadows, hope kindled in Martin's heart. Dawn cast gold fingers over the cathedral, bringing stone saints to life. As he worked, humming with the organ's melody, shadows of doubt lifted like morning mist. At the entrance, the door was ajar outside. A young woman stood, weary and hesitant. Her eyes mirrored his loneliness, an unspoken kinship that tugged at him. Compelled by an inner nudge, Martin approached. "Are you all right?" he asked, his voice woven with kindness, offering warmth. Startled, she nodded, her eyes conveying more than words. Hesitance melted as she spoke. A story of seeking peace, feeling lost, much like he had. Martin listened, heart opening, recognizing his journey in her words. The gift of belonging. They sat together, dawn mirroring hope. In both lives, Martin spoke of God who listens, the shepherd who knows his flock. They prayed side by side, their voices a plea for belonging and peace. Their connection made the moment sacred, burdens shared, hearts lightened. In their shared moment, Martin felt the Holy One's presence, not just in the cathedral's vastness, but in their shared humanity. His crisis transformed, reaching out to another. Divine answer to his prayer, Martin understood, as prayers danced on cathedral walls, that love is the better way, the path to belonging. Lord of mercy, thank you for guiding my steps, for showing me the light of love, and for teaching me that in your presence I am never alone. Amen. The sun beat down mercilessly upon the desert, rendering visible waves that dance upon the horizon. A mirage of heat and light, I sat aboard the rickety old bus, its engine groaning like a tired beast laboring through the barren landscape. Desolate sand stretched into eternity, broken only by the occasional skeletal silhouette of a cactus or the shimmer of distant hills. Autumn leaves, brown and crisp, whispered against each other in the pockets of cool that lingered from the night, clinging to the corners of the windows like forgotten memories. The bus was quiet, except for the hum of the engine and the intermittent rustle of paper as weary travelers shifted in their seats, each absorbed in their own solitude. I glanced around, my eyes settling on a stranger, a man of indeterminate years, his face shadowed beneath a wide-brimmed hat, his skin weathered by sun and time. His eyes were closed, lips moving silently in prayer, his hands clasped together as if cupping a fragile flame of hope. The sight stirred something within me, a longing I had buried under layers of pride and regret. His silent communion with God was a stark reminder of the spiritual drought in my own soul. Suddenly, the weight of my own burdens felt unbearable, pressing heavily against my chest. I whispered a prayer, barely audible, desperate. Lord of mercy, I am lost, I need your guidance. I close my eyes, breathing in deeply, seeking the elusive peace I had been running from. When the bus halted for a brief break, the driver announced our stop with a gravelly voice, and we filed out into the sun's embrace. The stranger approached me, a thermos in his hand, offering warmth and companionship in a place where both were rarity. His voice was gentle, an invitation more than a question, accompanied by a kind smile that reached his eyes. I nodded, wordlessly accepting the cup, the steam curling comfortingly in the crisp autumn air, its aroma grounding me in the moment. We sat on a weathered bench beneath a skeletal tree, its branches etched like a web against the sky's vast canvas. It is good to share, he said, pouring a second cup, the liquid, a shared balm for our journeys. Our eyes met, his gaze steady and calming, a quiet strength that seemed to echo the endurance of the around us. I am reminded of Psalm 23, he added, a hint of a smile playing at the corners of his mouth as he spoke of green pastures and still understanding dawned. It was a gentle nudge reminding me that I was never truly alone, even in my wandering. As the tea warmed my hands, I found words spilling from my heart, confessions of regrets too long silenced. I have heard those I love, I admitted, my voice barely above the whisper of the wind. I fear it is beyond repair. Courage to confess, to journey the desert, gradually giving way to fields dotted with fresh green buds, heralding the promise of spring inside. The stillness turned into a low murmur of shared stories, a tapestry of human experience, unfolding with each mile. It was then the stranger offered me a small slip of paper, his own hand scrawled reminder. Mercy lifts the fallen. As I traced the letters with my eyes, something within shifted like a key turning in a long locked door. A soft breeze moved through the bus, a whisper of divine presence that spoke of forgiveness and second chances. The promise of a gentle hand lifting me from despair. It was time for repentance and courage. That night alone in my room, I knelt by my bed, surrendering my fears and pride in the quiet solitude. Holy One, I began, voice trembling but resolute. I come with open hands. Help me to seek forgiveness from those I have wronged. Give me the strength to mend what I have broken. A peace settled over me, gentle and assuring as a spring rain, soothing the parched cracks of my heart. I slept with a lighter heart, knowing the path ahead was illuminated by a newfound clarity. As dawn stretched its pale gold light across the city, Amelia Cole entered the hushed corridor of St. Luke's Hospital. The cool morning air nipped at her cheeks, a gentle reminder of the world stirring awake beyond the glass doors. Within the fluorescent Lydia, a symphony of ringing phones and brisk footsteps echoed, punctuating the silence like a heartbeat, each note preluding stories of human frailty and resilience. Amelia cradled a steaming cup of weak coffee, feeling its warmth seep through her scrubs. A deep breath filled her lungs with antiseptic coffee and hope. She took her place behind the reception desk, ready for the city's relentless pulse to manifest in the form of people, each with a story, each seeking solace. Every name, every face would challenge her memory and compassion. a quiet breath, she whispered her first prayer of the day. Help me see them, Lord, let me remember that every name I write is known to you. This silent petition grounded her in the sea of suffering and healing. The morning rush poured in like a torrent, and the hour was swallowed by urgency and desperation. Amelia juggled phone calls, scribbling names and numbers, her fingers deftly navigating the chaos. The rhythm of her actions was almost a ballet amidst the flurry of movement and emotion. Amidst the clamor, a piercing cry rose, a mother's heart-wrenching wail, raw and unfiltered, echoing with a depth that could shatter glass. Amelia's heart clenched instinctively, recognizing the sound of a parent confronting the unthinkable. The woman's child, a small boy with hair like spun gold, lay still under a thin blue sheet, surrounded by medical professionals. In the eye of the storm, Amelia met the woman's gaze, a tunnel of fear, silently pleading for the impossible. It was a sacred moment of connection. Bowing her head, Amelia prayed, Holy One, be the healer, be the comfort. Let your peace fall here. Her silent words reached out like a lifeline, seeking divine intervention amidst the chaos. Her heart ached to bear some of the grieving mother's burden, and her prayer felt like a bridge across the chasm of despair. As dusk draped the city in deepening shadows, turning windows into glowing pools of amber, the frantic energy of the earth settled into a more stable rhythm. Amelia, feeling the day's toll, slipped outside for a moment of reprieve. The air was cool, heavy with unfulfilled promises of rain, and she leaned against the hospital's brick wall, closing her eyes to the weight of stories she couldn't carry alone. In that sacred solitude, Amelia's heart unburdened itself in a prayerful surrender. Shepherd of my soul, take what I cannot bear. Teach me to listen for your voice. There in the twilight's quiet embrace, her prayer was born of exhaustion and unwavering faith, awaiting for whispers louder than internal chaos. Re-entering the bustling air, a subtle shift occurred within her, a gentle assurance she was not alone. It was as if an invisible hand lifted some burdens, allowing her to move through the remaining hours with newfound strength. Each patient a reminder of divine attention and care. An unexplainable peace flooded her spirit, as if the Lord himself walked with her among the rows of beds. His presence a balm for her weary soul. Echoes at dusk as her shift closed. The earth settled into the lull of nightfall. Amelia gathered her belongings, her mind echoing with names and faces. Yet instead of weariness, she felt profound stillness and peace. The prayers she had whispered throughout the day had not gone unanswered. She glanced around the dimming room, now a landscape of soft voices and gentle movements as staff continued their stand between harm and the helpless. Act I, the interrupting dusk. Fluorescent lights flickered in the ER, casting a ghostly glow over sterile tiles. I held a cup of hospital coffee, its warmth long gone, mingling with air that whispered forgotten prayers. The phone's metallic echoes intertwined with mechanical beeps and distant quiet weeping. The waiting room was a symphony of muffled conversations and restless shuffling. Outside, dusk painted the sky in mournful hues, reaching through orange-tinted windows, offering solace. Winter's breath seeped in, a cold reminder of time's relentless march. Beside me lay a tattered list of names, a testament to life's fragility. Lord of mercy, I whispered, my breath forming a specter in the chilly air. Remember these names, hold them in your hand. Help me see them as you do, not as mere entries, but as souls in your care. A gentle nudge tugged at my spirit, as though God whispered in my heart, unseen yet profoundly present, assuring me that no soul was ever lost to him. The sensation was like the faintest brush of a feather, a sacred reminder that I was not alone. Cry of distress. The waiting room erupted into controlled chaos, an upheaval rippling through the night. An ambulance and siren pierced the atmosphere, a frantic wail growing nearer each second. Paramedics burst through doors, faces steeled with urgency, wheeling in a young woman pale as frost, breaths mere wisps amidst turmoil. Fear clawed at me, an unbidden beast in my thoughts, my mind a tangle of what-ifs. Feeling adrift, I turned inward, grasping for prayer like a lifeline tossed on stormy seas. Shepherd of my soul, I murmured, barely rising above the din. Guide my hands, calm my heart, be with her, bring peace beyond understanding. Even as I prayed, warmth unfurled within, a quiet confidence displacing dread's icy grip. The Lord's presence encircled me, as tangible as the stethoscope around my neck. Each breath felt lighter, filled with divine reassurance. The turning point. Nightfall veiled the world outside, tranquil darkness pierced by distant stars. The ER slipped into uneasy calm, a lull in the storm as anxiety lingered like a shadow. I sat alone at the desk, the crumpled list of names in my hand, a reminder of unseen battles and whispered prayers. Closing my eyes, I sought refuge in quiet communion with the Lord. Holy One, I began, my prayer flowing like a river. Forgive my doubts, grant me courage to act, to be steadfast, a bridge holding firm against the torrent. An image took shape, a bridge strong, a sentinel of hope against the flood. In that sacred instant, my path was illuminated, rising with renewed purpose. I approached the young woman's family, offering more than a sterile update, a prayerful presence, a steady hand in the wait. My words a balm on wounds not visible but deeply felt. A new dawn. The hospital's corridors hummed with life's rhythmic pulse, unseen heartbeats signaling dawn's approach. Through the window, spring peeked through winter's veil, fresh buds daring to awaken, each a promise of renewal. The young woman lay breathing gently, the rise and fall of her chest a testament to hope's power. Her family gathered close, faces softened by gratitude, each a testament to faith's persistence. I watched from a distance, my heart whispering thankfulness, sensing God's grace woven through this moment. Their whispered prayers mingled with the new light of day. Almighty God, you who see the unseen, hear the unspoken, guide our steps to places of need. Grant us courage to be your hands and feet, that we might stand between harm and the helpless. Amen. Standing firm in the silent valley, act I the midnight sanctuary. The cathedral loomed under a winter sky, silhouetted against dim starlight. Its stones echoed centuries of prayers. As I stepped inside, its enormity embraced me, humble janitor seeking solace. The heavy doors creaked, their sound swallowed by the sacred silence inside. This silence was alive, filled with echoes of hymns, resting in its arches. Candlelight flickered, casting gentle shadows, flames bowing in eternal reverence. The mop water sloshed with each stroke, a rhythmic chant resonating off cold stone floors. Every stroke formed part of a nightly litany under the vast holy ceiling. The organ, a giant of pipes and keys, hummed in anticipation, its purr filling the sacred space with warmth. Alone in the sanctified silence, my soul ached for belonging, like a solitary note yearning for a symphony. I approached the altar, the marble cold through my worn jeans. Kneeling, I felt history's weight alongside my own burdens. Lord of mercy, I whispered, a fragile thread in the vastness. In this enormity I feel small, guide me to where I am meant to belong. My plea joined a tapestry of prayers, petitions rising to heaven from this hallowed ground. Outside, the winter wind found passage through stained glass, sending a shiver down my spine. Light painted the floor with sapphire and crimson hues, a mosaic of divine stories. Yet loneliness crept in, a tidal wave threatening to engulf me. My heart trembled under its weight, despair casting long shadows on my spirit. Shepherd of my soul, I prayed, words bridging chasms of silence. I am lost in life's myriad corners, each path uncertain. I need your guidance, your unwavering light. Hold me steady in this valley, don't let me slip into shadows. My voice felt small against the vastness, a lone sparrow's song in the storm. The silence was profound, vast enough to swallow my plea. But then, like a whisper, a faint rustling stirred an indoor breeze, dancing in stillness. I listened, straining to hear beyond my fears, seeking his voice in solitude. The wind carried a sacred message, a gentle assurance that my cries were heard. And silence resolved took root, growing with each mop stroke. The rhythm of work became a heartbeat, steady, insistent here. In the mundane, the Holy One's whisper dwelled not in grand gestures, but in simple steadiness. The call was to embrace my post with faith, finding divine presence in daily acts of devotion. The next night, the sanctuary felt like a canvas painted by the divine. My hands, once trembling, steadied as they cleaned the altar. Each motion became worship, each breath a silent hymn. The organ played softly, a hymn wrapping me like a warm shawl against winter's chill. I paused, heart open to a prayer of surrender. Lord of mercy, I spoke with gentle courage. Your call is not to change my place, but to transform my heart here. I will trust the path you lay before me, however humble. Peace descended, a sacred touch affirming my place and purpose. History's weight became an embrace, whispering, you are home. First light of belonging, dawn spilled through stained glass, colors dancing across pews as if walls rejoiced in resurrection. As my shift ended, early worshippers' footsteps resonated, merging with the organ's melody, filling space with life and hope anew. Sunlight wove through air, heralding a new beginning that promised spring amid winter's heart. Each entering face reflected my journey, seekers in search of quiet grace. I realized I belong. Hope rises in the desert. Act I, the dawn journey. Dawn spills over the horizon, painting the desert sky in pale gold and soft pink, like a heavenly hymn. The bus drones through the vast landscape, its engine a lullaby in the solitude. The cool air whispers secrets, brushing against my skin. My heart is heavy with festering secrets like wounds refusing to heal. I clutch my thermos for warmth, but it's empty. A void the herbal tea scent cannot fill. I whisper a broken prayer, raw and quiet, like pebbles tossed into a pool. Lord of mercy, I'm lost. Guide me through this wasteland within me. The words barely audible, carried away by the hum of the engine and the occasional cough from a passenger. The desert stretches vast, a reflection of my crossroads, where loneliness meets longing. The sun ascends, casting long shadows dancing like specters across the sands, echoing my soul's restlessness. The stranger beside me shifts, offering a smile that reaches his eyes. Like a lighthouse in fog, I nod, inviting him to share an unspoken connection formed. He pours a cup, movements gentle. It's better when shared, he says, his voice soothing. It's an echo of truth understood by the heart before the mind, the simplicity of shared moments weaving people together. We sit in silence, sipping tea, watching the desert come alive under the sun. Sand shimmering like gold. The sun seems to burn away shadows within. With gentle sincerity, he offers, there's a verse that guides me. He pauses, sensing my curiosity and hope. The Lord is my shepherd, he says softly. The words wash over me, a comforting echo from childhood. I nod, feeling truth settle deep, anchoring my thoughts in shared silence. Hope stirs an ember, reigniting in my soul. The bus halts at a rest stop. I step out, feeling the earth's coolness beneath my feet. Grounding me, shadows shorten, the world waking with bird songs, a symphony to my narrative. I find a quiet corner, kneeling on sandy ground, heart racing with fear and resolve. Shepherd of my soul, I pray, voice urgent, I cannot hide anymore. Grant me courage to confess, to speak truth where silence has grown like a thorn. My words spilling to the sand, mingling with hope and desperation. The wind brushes past, gentle yet firm, offering a forgotten peace. It's as if a hand rests on my shoulder, encouraging me to stand. The presence feels vast, a reminder of infinite love, echoing through creation. As I rise, I envision deceit unwinding from my heart, allowing light to penetrate long-held darkness. Tears well up, unbidden, not of sorrow but relief, like rain in a desert. Back on the bus, the landscape shifts from cool dawn to warm day. Each sunbeam a promise of redemption. I take a deep breath and turn to the stranger. There's something I need to say, I begin. Each word a release of chains long binding my heart. The clink audible only to my soul. His eyes are kind, reflecting someone who has walked his own desert paths, laying burdens at the altar of grace. I feel God's presence assuring me that confession leads to freedom. And freedom to lightness, the burdens I carried begin to fade, like morning mist under the sun. Thank you, I add, for sharing your journey with me. The bus rolls on, shadows behind long and stretching like the past released, and the future a promise of lightness. We journey together not as strangers but as pilgrims on redemption's path. The desert outside seems less daunting, its vastness a testament to possibilities and surrendering to grace, finding hope amidst the barren. Lord, you are the dawn that breaks our night. In your we find courage and truth. Guide us through words into your grace. Walk with us as we step into a light. Amen. Chilled morning embraced me as I stepped onto the cobbled path by the river. Fog draping the water like a veil, spun by angels. My beloved guitar hung from my shoulder, its wood worn smooth from years of companionship, yet it provided a comforting weight against my back. Sunlight spilled over the city like honey, dusting the roofs and pavements in an ethereal gold, as I settled by an ancient oak whose branches stretched out like welcoming arms. As I strummed the strings, a hymn rose from my heart, resonating with warmth and the tender sorrow that intertwined with the river's gentle murmur. Suddenly a string snapped, a sharp discordant twang that shattered the morning's harmony. I paused, my fingers suspended midair, as if the city itself held its breath, waiting. What now, Lord? I whispered to the vast expanse above. My voice mingled with the quiet rustle of leaves. The endless blue sky offered no immediate reply, only the soft caress of the breeze against my cheek. I closed my eyes, reaching into the solitude for an earnest prayer. Lord of mercy, guide me through this silence. The silent prayer drifted upward, tendrils of hope seeking to return as fortitude. The morning's tranquil song assured me that stillness often conceals the answers we yearn for, waiting to be discovered in unexpected ways. As the sun climbed higher, casting long shadows that danced on the cobblestones, I sat plucking absent-mindedly at the remaining strings, adrift on a sea of uncertainty. Passers-by moved like whispers, brief intersections in my solitude, leave behind echoes of their lives. Then she appeared, against the city's gray canvas. She paused, humming a familiar hymn with gentle grace, each note a soothing balm to my restless spirit. Our eyes met, her steady and kind, a small steadfast flame in the darkness of my doubt. Thank you, I murmured, my voice barely above a whisper, as she continued on her way, her presence lingering like a gentle embrace. God seemed to speak through her melody, assuring me that silence was not synonymous with isolation. A new tuning. At home I knelt beside my bed, the room dimly lit by a single candle, whose flame flickered like a dancer in a secret rhythm. Shadows played upon the walls, mingling with the scent of wax, as I began a turning prayer of surrender. Shepherd of my soul, I whispered sincerely, my heart laid bare. Forgive my doubt, help me trust your purpose. I long to serve with my music, to bring your light into darkness. Show me how to plant seeds, even among ruins. I am ready to follow. The room seemed to breathe with me, the candle's flame a silent witness to my plea. A whisper of guidance caressed my soul, a nudge towards renewal. It was time to restring my guitar, both the physical chords and the strings of my heart. The journey of faith, I realized, often calls for new tunings, and with fresh resolve I stood ready to take the first step. Planting seeds. The next morning I returned to the river, my heart buoyed by reassurance, feeling called to engage once more with the world around me. The guitar newly restrung and in perfect harmony felt as light as a feather, its touch a comforting presence against my side.